I'm going to Vegas, baby. Those were Mark Davis's words almost 3 years ago at a meeting with an NFL official when talking about the future of his team. You can find that quote as well as a very extensive piece done by Seth Wickersham and Don Van Natta on the latest issue, rather, of ESPN, the magazine, appearing also on ESPN.com, that details everything behind the scenes that happened that brought the Raiders to Vegas. And we welcome in Seth and also ESPN, the magazine senior writer, Raiders fan, who I'm sure is still feeling this deep down in your heart. Sam Alipour, thanks for joining us.
He's got this Matt Ryan watching the Super Bowl thing going. Like, is this cathartic for you, like, to kind of be, like, up close with this process? I mean...
Nah, man, this is cathartic. He wrote a story that pissed me off. A really good story.
It was.
But he deserves one of those.
I don't blame you for it, because I read it and I got mad for you and the rest of Raider Nation. Look, for a lot of people, us outsiders who, you know, look at Vegas, the perception is that Vegas is glitz, glam, it's wealth, it's all of this, but you paint a much different picture about a city that's struggling in terms of their economy. You got casinos that are facing a bit of a recession because millennials aren't as into gambling as some of us older folks, apparently. How much did that concern Mark Davis or the Raiders or even the NFL about making this move?
Yeah, it concerned them a lot because, look, Jerry Jones was a huge force in this move, and Jerry Jones loves Las Vegas. Like, one of the story is definitely a serious story, and it definitely hurts a lot of Raiders fans. I've gotten a lot of email today from them, but, you know, it's got these kind of comical moments, and one of them is that Jerry Jones got the idea for the big screen at his stadium from watching Celine Dion at Caesar's Palace. And, you know, he fell in love with that Vegas that sort of came of age about a decade ago where, you know, Britney Spears and Ben Affleck and Paris Hilton were going there every weekend. And that's not Las Vegas right now.
Like the updated Ocean's 11 Vegas.
Yeah, and it's not, that isn't the Las Vegas that they're moving to, and they're leaving a market that is really growing, it is really rich, and yeah, it's concerned a lot of people.
What bothered you the most, Sam, about the behind-the-scenes details that Seth and Don Van Natta were able to uncover?
My big takeaway, and I'm going to try to choose my words carefully so I don't drop an F-bomb on your set, Michael.
I've cussed twice on television. It's cool. You get 3 strikes.
No, my big takeaway, if it wasn't clear before, it's clear now that the Raiders and the NFL as a whole have been blinded by their lust for publicly financed stadiums. They've been blinded by greed, and they've lost sight of what matters most, what makes this whole thing work, and that's us, the fans, Raider Nation. We show up year in and year out. We sell out that dump in Oakland. We sell out that dump that we love, win or lose. And now that we're winning, now that our hard-earned money
has been, now they leave us, and they leave us for greed.
Yeah, and runaway, it's almost like a relationship. An older guy leaves the wife that's the day one and runs away with somebody half their age. And that's the thing that's interesting that you say that, because when you read your piece, Seth, it feels very much to me like this Vegas move wasn't necessarily about increasing the NFL brand or the league health as a whole. It was about lining the pockets of 32 owners with, what, $11 million each in relocation fees. Is that a fair interpretation?
It's not only about that. It was about how Mark Davis, you know, nobody took this seriously for most of 2016. Word started to get out that it was like Mark Davis and Sheldon Adelson involved in some sort of weird partnership, and nobody around the league really took it that seriously until they realized they couldn't stop it. In October, when the public financing passed the House and the governor was about to sign a bill, which, by the way, he asked Jerry Jones for assurance that the Raiders would be there, and Jerry Jones, one owner, guaranteed him that the NFL would approve the move. Then it became where owners around and executives around the league were shocked because they were like, how are we going to stop this? I don't know if we can. And there was an owner who said in the story, he said, whether he means to or not, Mark Davis is playing this thing perfectly because he'll have used his lone asset to get a free stadium, and that's not exactly how it ended up working out. But I think that, like, it caught everybody off guard that this happened so fast, and that Mark Davis, who nobody really took seriously, used to be the guy pushing his father in a wheelchair to NFL meetings and didn't say anything, had gotten this huge, historic package.
Now, Sam, real quick, I know we asked you this before the last time you did our show. Do you plan to continue to root for the Raiders?
You know when you're going through a breakup and night falls, you're feeling lonely, you're staring at your phone.
You hit that "you up" text?
And yeah, I'm thinking about sending that text to Mark Davis. You know, that's where I'm at right
Just
now.
delete the contact, dude.
Yeah.
Delete the contact.
I mean, I've been a Raiders fan as long as I could speak English. I mean, literally. We moved from Iran to the Bay Area, and we found in the Raiders like a team and fan base of inclusion. You know, we don't look like everybody else. We talk a little funny. We don't fit in with those fancy pants across the Bay. They're our family. That's our home, Raider Nation is, and it's not easy to let go of. So I think, here's where I'm at today. I think I will be there in Oakland these next 2 years for at least a formal goodbye. And here's where it gets interesting. They win a Super Bowl in Oakland. They deliver a Super Bowl to that city. Now Vegas is on the table. Without that Super Bowl, I think we're out.
Damn.
Buy this man a couple of rounds tonight.
Yeah.
That's the least you could do. I need to talk to you.
I know. You got to be like my man in Love, Actually.
You
when he
basically
had
said
the
if they
cars,
buy you
like, now
if
it's
they
done.
buy you a new car, you might be the side piece.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I don't come cheap, dude.
You're doing too much right now.
All right.
Great job. You're
Thank
Doc,
you.
as always, man.
Absolutely.
Proud of you,
You're
brother.
great.